You've arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast, your home for your favorite independent artists, and a couple of guys you've never heard of.
Who?
It was Texas, it was Tennessee. It was what I had coming to me. You were unlike anything.
I know, right?
Our last gig, I was kind of sort of paying attention, and they all plugged their mics in the right spot, and I'm like, look at you boys go! Like,
Yeah.
They always call me the band dad anyway because I'm the oldest one.
Dude, I am the dad in the
You're
band.
the
Like
dad.
Literally, it's the same joke. They call me dad every weekend.
It started because we all went to see, I think it was a Steelwood show, and we went to Hooters first, and they, hey guys, appetizer, something to drink or whatever, and they're like, hey Dad, can we have a beer?
Yeah.
And like ever since then, and then our guitar lead guy, he gets always like, hey band daddy. I'm like, oh God, don't, like I have a daughter, don't do that, you know what I mean? Like, no.
But it's like it's my responsibility to make sure we get there on time, leave at the right time. It's a lot of responsibility. You got to be there.
All right, we are at North Springs Music Festival. Actually, sorry. I think I pushed record.
Make sure to hit the red button.
I did. Okay, I'll keep that part in there.
There you go.
All right, we are here at North Springs Music Festival. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This will be
Appreciate
a real
it.
impromptu.
I know.
Yeah, it's fun.
I was thinking to myself, like, did I message Cody and ask him to actually come on, or did I not? And then we'd added each other on a couple socials, and
Yeah.
that was as far as I got.
Yeah, same here. I just saw you guys had interviewed a few people that I follow too, and I was like, okay, I need to follow these guys. You seem like pretty cool dudes. So.
Well, we're all awkward and whatnot, but
Yeah.
we mean well. First time at North Springs, right?
First time performing, obviously, and first time as a patron too. So.
It's Dusty Dustin gets enough pub from us, but it's different. It says festival, but it's different.
Well, just from the little bit of time I've been walking around after our set, I mean, the amount of like-minded people that I've already met is just astounding. I mean, it's just a festival full of good people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many people I've met at this point, but so many.
Same
and we're
here.
all just like, kindred spirits.
Yeah, I'm not even on the stage, and I've still met just a ton of, like you said, like-minded people. Got the same, and they listen to your songs.
Yeah, they actually listened. That was amazing.
I know. I mean, we pointed out because it's true.
Yeah.
They're up on the front, and I mean, you were first up. There were still people out of their chairs up at the stage.
Yeah,
so.
and you got to recognize people that really appreciate watching a band that they've probably never heard before. I would guarantee probably 90% of the people out there have never even heard of us before, and they were out there dancing and getting down and wanting to know more about us.
Though.
I was like, damn.
Y'all got a hell of a sound.
Thank you.
Though.
Thank you.
All the way from, I mean, you brought a B3.
Yeah.
Which not easy to bring to a festival. So,
Right.
Harmonica.
Yep.
Y'all got it covered. So
Yeah,
you
dude.
gotta. You're not traveling light.
No. We actually had to put on extra tough leaf springs on the trailer just to carry all of our stuff.
I bet with the B3.
New tires, it just goes on, man. Wheel bearings. Yeah.
All right. So new name, not the Sidewinders anymore. It's the heavy duty. So. All right, I guess just gonna run down. If somebody were to ask, who the hell are you? Where are you from? Kind of give a little rundown of yourself.
Yeah, so I'm from Bedford, Indiana. My drummer Willie Boriff and Tyler Earl on bass guitar. We're all from Lawrence County, Indiana, which is Bedford and Mitchell. Harmonica player Corey Flick, he's from Nashville, Indiana. Our lead guitar player Casey, he lives up by Nashville as well. And our keys player, organ player, Wes Scrimshire, he lives up in Bloomington, so we're all right there in southern Indiana within 30-40 minutes of each other.
Okay.
So I started this band back in 2016. I've had a lot of band turnover over the years, trying to, if you're not in Nashville, it's hard to keep a band together, and it's hard to find musicians that are good enough to want to go out on the road and learn originals and write originals and all that stuff. But we've been slugging it out. I mean, my drummer Willie's been with me the longest, about close to 6 years at this point. And you know, we just love playing our kind of country music. We kind of like to add. I kind of like to describe our new sound. Like, we've come out with a lot of music over the years, predominantly kind of like outlaw country, classic country, you know, that type of sound. But as we've developed as musicians, and I've developed as a songwriter and stuff like that, we're kind of dipping into a little bit of southern rock, a little bit of honky-tonk country, a little bit of blues, and just trying to throw all those three things in a melting pot and see what comes out the other side. Just trying to not sound like anyone else is the biggest thing.
Just be you, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is sounds simple, but it's not simple. Is
definitely
it?
not simple, because you know, I don't go to writing rounds or songwriting things where I'm sitting in a room with 6, 7 different people,
right,
and or trying to come out with a commercial song or something. You know, if I'm sitting down and writing a song, I'm 99% of the time by myself, coming up with the guitar lines and arranging the songs, coming up with the lyrics, titles, all that stuff, and kind of present that to the band, and they kind of kick it up a notch. You know, I always say I get it about 75% there, and then they take it the rest of the way. You know.
We'll circle back to a couple things, but I'm always curious how, you know, a lot of bands, especially if they're hired guns, they have to come in and just learn the song,
right.
Or studio guys, they learn it or whatever. But when you take your guys into the studio or whatever, or when you're learning a new song that you wrote, or putting together a new song that you wrote, can you tell that they're closer to those songs?
Oh, 100%.
Because they got to be creative and add their parts too?
Well, yeah, and I mean, you know, I came from, you know, I played drums for about 14 years of my life. Went to college, did that whole thing, learned how to play acoustic guitar, learned how to sing. I didn't really learn how to sing until I was about 22, maybe 21. And, you know, my biggest thing was, it's all about the band. Like, I didn't want to be Cody Ikerd, you know, I wanted to be Cody Ikerd in the Sidewinders. Like, I wanted to be a part of a band. Like, I grew up being part of bands. There's nothing better than getting together with a group of guys and everyone putting in their creativity and their different influences, and inevitably it's going to come out as unique as it possibly can be. It's like I didn't want to be a solo artist, and you know, I present these songs, I'll record a demo and I'll send it to my band, and then we'll schedule a couple of rehearsals. I mean, we don't just run with it, you know. It's like we know that I've got the bones of a song. I'll send them a demo. They'll come into the rehearsal next time when we practice in my basement in Bedford, Indiana. You know, it's nothing fancy, just a basement. I put mics on everything. We record demos, and then we come up with intros. We come up with different types of solo sections. We'll come up with, you know, just whatever type of creativity that anyone in the band has. I'm open for all of it, and I feel like that's kind of helped develop not only our sound for studio records and singles and whatnot, but it shows in our live shows as well.
Yeah, so Cody was kind enough to play a song that we'll release separately from this. I don't know, I may add them to the end of the podcast too, do both. But either way, that song is completely different than your live show.
Mm-hmm. We did play that one tonight.
Yeah,
or this afternoon, I guess.
Yeah. I did recognize that.
Yeah.
And it's just a different feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my point is that it shows there's the you, and then when you add the band, it just changes.
It just elevates everything to a whole. I mean, there's sometimes I sit back and, you know, we'll listen to a song after we recorded it in the studio or whatever. I'll beat it down to where I don't ever want to hear it again. But still, to this day, after all the songs we've recorded over the years, there's still nothing more gratifying than hearing the finished product and being like, we all put this together. You know, like, this couldn't have just been something that came from my head. Like, it comes from everyone in the band's head.
A romantic thing.
Yeah, it is, really. I mean, yeah, 100%
I can only imagine how, I always think about it like on a vinyl point of view. Like, I'm a big collector of vinyl and stuff anyway.
Same
but
here, yeah.
like, if you were to, you know, get your stuff on vinyl and actually get that shipment in, hold it, you know, drop the needle at home.
Yeah.
It would be a weird
Oh, it would be
Not,
amazing.
you know, yeah, it would be. I shouldn't say weird, but
It
would
weird,
be.
though.
It'd be
I
a
mean,
cool
yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
you know?
it's cool and
because
it's weird.
you spend your whole life looking at everyone else's artwork.
Yep.
And you know, playing everyone else's stuff, and then all of a sudden, I mean, it's cool to have it on your phone, but the physical media part is totally.
Well, especially in a vinyl format, I mean, you're getting to see the intricacies of the artwork and seeing different things that you can't get out of a CD, or those little jackets that we have to buy to save money. You know, we don't have money to put a whole, you know, cover art in between the cover and stuff like that. And we've got plans to, you know, come out with the vinyl hopefully next year. It's in the works. We're just trying to figure out.
Tough.
It's tough. Yeah.
Nah.
They're expensive and it's really heavy.
Also,
too.
I think that's why that it adds to the romantic side of all that, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of pressing plants popping up around everywhere, and they're trying to do, you know, smaller order stuff for musicians, which is great.
It is,
because not everybody can afford, you know, to buy 1,000 records or whatever at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because it's a long-term investment, as far as it takes a while to get that return.
It is, and you got to nickel and dime the whole way to be able to get to that point. You know.
After you've already nickel and dime to record it.
Exactly. Oh, I can't even tell you how expensive, like, actually good studio sound, like, and you're still never 100% satisfied with it. Like, it's one of those weird things. It's like, you know, we don't have the budget to hang out with a producer for a week and a half.
You got to go do it. And
you just got to do it. You got to know that we've played these songs live, we've rehearsed them, we've already got them down to where we think they're good enough, and you just got to go in there and cut it and be done with it, you know.
Like I'm sure though, listening, when you, well, I would hope so, that when you get the mix back and you go get in the car or whatever, that it's still a pride thing.
100%.
Especially, I imagine it would be totally different by an artist by himself than being with your boys.
Yeah.
Like that, to me, that would be the ultimate thing.
It is, and it makes it even more special because we all are basically brothers at this point. I mean, we travel everywhere together. We'll 5 guys in a double queen hotel room and someone's sleeping on the air mattress on the floor type of situation, you know. It's like we're all very close knit. We all know each other's families, and you know, to be able to create and put music out, it's extremely gratifying.
Hey, puppy.
How you doing, pup?
All right, so I mean, we're at a festival, so
we're at a festival.
all this stuff's gonna happen, right?
Dogs be dogging.
Exactly. All right, so we got a question called the pie question. It's a musical pie, right? And it's divided into 4 sections.
Okay.
Songwriting, performance, studio, and then the business, social media, everything, all the leftovers, right? I figured that, but which one of those is most home for you?
Oh, performance, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like studio, you're never exactly 100% happy with it. At least we haven't been yet. We're getting close. The social media and the business side of things, if you didn't love playing music, you might as well quit, because that stuff will just run you into the ground. It'll make you frustrated, and you know, you kind of get in that little bubble where you're looking at other bands and you're comparing yourself and doing all that stuff, and it's just a constant like reminder. It's like, hey, you're doing your own thing, focus on what you're doing. Social media, I hate it.
Understand.
Like, we have to be musicians, artists, whatever, creatives, and content creators these days.
T-shirt salesmen,
yeah,
content creators.
And I don't mind the merch booth stuff, because there's so many people that come up to our merch booth, and we have great conversations. We get, like, meeting people.
Saw that just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, one of the best parts of performing, it's like you perform well, and when you perform like today, I feel like we played a really good set. It was very gratifying, and then we get off stage, and then it kind of gets, you know, we talk to people that are like, man, you guys really did something today. And it like the performance aspect and the meeting people, and especially at a place like this, meeting the people like this, man, it's the most gratifying thing.
What about as far as the artists too? When y'all got done with your set and you're walking around here, I mean, I'm sure you probably knew some of the folks already, right? But then you're meeting some new people that do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about social media is you kind of halfway know people just from what they post online and stuff like that. We're kind of in this spot right now where we're trying to play with more artists and meet more people and establish those relationships and stuff like that. But then we also get stuck in these ruts of playing 3-hour gigs at a bar in a honky-tonk somewhere where there is no opening band or you're not opening up for someone else, and you kind of just start to lose the connection with other bands that are out there doing the same thing you're doing. And it's refreshing to be at a place like this where it's like, hey, I've seen you online. And they're like, well, hey, we've seen you online. And then we finally get to meet each other, you know. And we're both playing kind of the same styles and the same, you know, cut from the same cloth type of music, which is awesome, you know.
Well, as far as the other pieces of that pie, we know in the business side and the studio. What about the songwriting wise? Is that are you in the co-writers mode yet, or are you? Is that just because it's so personal, or you just haven't went down that road yet?
No, I've tried to co-write with people before.
I know it's you got to find the right person.
It's weird. Yeah, it's a weird vibe. I mean, the thing about songwriting too, it's for me specifically. I don't know about other people, but if I sit down and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna block out 2 hours of my time tonight to sit down and write a song, I won't come up with anything.
Right.
I'll come up with different guitar licks, cool chord progressions, whatever it is, then lyrically just nothing. I'll write down some words that don't make any sense, you know, just to make a melody or something. But it's always when I'm downstairs doing laundry or something and I've got a song stuck in my head or whatever it is, and I sit down for 5 minutes and I start playing guitar, and then 20 minutes later I've got one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. That's how it is for me, and co-writing is more of that planned session. Like, let's try to plan the muse. Let's try to plan this thing that will resonate with people. And for me, it's tough to do that. And I love songwriting. I do it all the time, obviously, because you have to be present to be able to write a song. You can't just, I'm just gonna kind of fiddle fuck around in the yard until I come up with it. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to write 10 bad songs to get one good one sometimes.
Right.
You know, so you always got to be present, you always got to be mindful. But when you sit down and 20 minutes later you come out with a good song that you actually like, that is just as gratifying as performing. And then the whole, you know, developing it with the band and then going to the studio, and then, you know, there's steps involved with that, and then next thing you know, you're on stage and people are dancing, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember I was sitting in my gym shorts in my basement writing this song, you know, 2 months ago.
And started out as something different.
Yeah.
Well, that we were talking about the band dad stuff.
Yeah.
The band daddy.
Band daddy.
But you're kind of the reason why I brought that up is, like, I could imagine you going from writing it in the basement in the gym shorts to giving it to the band, and then whenever you hear, like, not a finished product, but when it starts coming together, I'm sure, again, that's another romantic band dad, like, proud feeling, like,
absolutely,
because it's your boys.
Yeah,
again, you
absolutely.
know, not hired guns.
Yeah. Well, and that goes back to just the whole being in a band mindset. It's like, we're all in this together. Like, I don't want to knock anyone for getting hired guns or doing that whole thing, no. Because people got to make their way however they want to do it or however they see fit.
To me, it's like playing golf or playing football. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with either one.
Yeah.
But one, you're kind of on your own. The other, it's you and your team.
Right. And then the whole team mindset. I mean, whether it's passing out flyers at a show or talking to fans or selling merch here and talking to a booker over there, like, that's where the team mindset also comes into play too, because we can show up to this event here and I could be, you know, like today, pouring whiskey at the merch table. Meanwhile, Corey's over here talking to someone at a venue and, you know, stuff like that. Like, it goes a long way whenever you can get a team together that you actually trust and are full of people that, you know, are down for the end goal, which is, you know, making a living off of playing music. That's pretty much what we're all in it for.
And there's several cool venue people here.
Yeah,
which is
there are.
also cool to see.
Yeah.
As far as Buck from Bucks in Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then
Bird's Nest.
Sean and Carla from the Bird's
Yeah.
Nest. I'm terrible with names, so I hope I got everybody's name right. Sorry, Dusty. But that goes back to that community part that we were talking about with this festival and just the scene in general, you know, because they don't have to come here. They already got bands booked at their place.
Right,
you know, so,
exactly.
That's cool to see. Well, you mentioned slinging whiskey at the merch table. You do have some partnerships or going along with a distillery. What, you know, talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So one of my he was my buddy. We went to high school together. He was a grade older than I was. Him and his brother and another guy from Bedford, Indiana, started a distillery up in Westfield, Indiana, called West Fork Whiskey Co. And basically, one of their products, it's called Old Hamer or Hugh Hamer. That recipe actually started in the late 1800s in Lawrence County, Indiana, which is where I'm from, by the Hamer family. And they found that recipe and found that it was being made back then, and they resurrected it and put it out as one of their products. And Blake Jones, he hit me up on the phone. He was like, man, you know, you always refer to whiskey in your songs, and you know, you're always posting about drinking on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. He's like, you know, I think it'd be cool if we kind of helped each other out. You know, we're trying to get our brand out a little bit more, and I know you guys are always trying to expand your brand a little bit more and stuff like that. And I was like, man, that sounds like a great idea. He's like, I got one idea though. He's like, we need to have a new song that somehow mentions Old Hamer or West Fork. He's like, I don't have any parameters, just whatever you come up with. And I said, all right, I can do that. So I sat down that Friday night. And this is one of the only times that I planned on sitting down to write a song that I actually wrote one that I liked. And I wrote the song Whiskey Made Me Do It, which is, you know, we released that single and music video this past July in conjunction with West Fork Whiskey. And it's funny that the title Whiskey Made Me Do It is like a slogan they put on their t-shirts at the distillery.
Okay.
And, you know, I was kind of looking around for some inspiration on their website, and I saw that t-shirt, and I was like, if that ain't a song title, I don't know what is, you know, at this point.
Yep.
So my Sick and Twisted Mind turned into like a murder ballad pretty much. It's about a guy getting off work early and finding out his old lady's cheating on him, and pulls out the pistol. That's pretty much in a nutshell what it's about. But hey,
so it turned into a Chris Knight song.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, country music and murder ballads go hand in hand.
No doubt about it.
You know, and it's a really fun song to play live, and I thought it'd be cool to bring a couple bottles down from West Fork today and sell some merchandise and pour some shots for people.
I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
Well, I slipped on it slow, so I made sure I had some for a little while.
It was a little hot sitting there in the sun.
It was good though. All right. Well, you got things coming up on the horizon as far as shows or music or anything that we make sure we talk about?
Yeah. When will this podcast be released, do you think?
Probably a couple weeks.
Okay. Well, not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. We're playing at the Brown County Music Center up in Nashville, Indiana, which is one of the biggest venues in southern Indiana.
Okay.
We're playing this show called Hippies and Cowboys. We're playing with a Grateful Dead inspired band called High Rider, and we're going to be opening up the night, playing about an hour and a half or so, and then High Rider's going to be playing after that. So yeah, we're trying to sell tickets for that show. It's an absolutely beautiful venue, and it's going to be a really fun gig. We've got shows. We're playing down at Rocket City in Alabama. We're playing down in.
I'm glad they're doing music back in that venue again too.
Yeah.
I got to make my way down there, but they got all kind of people that roll through, which is really cool
That's
to see.
Cool. Yeah. We're playing over in Bristol, Tennessee, first weekend in November, and then heading to the Josie Music Awards in Nashville after that. Last year, I was lucky enough to take home Vocalist of the Year in the Outlaw Country category. Got to stand up on the Grand Ole Opry stage inside of the Circle. it was insane. Like I don't ever get nervous performing in front of a bunch of people or doing anything, but when you step on that legendary stage, I got nervous, and I think my speech was like 6 seconds long, and I got up. I was letting people go in front of me. I was like, just let me relish in this moment for a little bit longer.
That's something that you know, a lot of times because of radio fluff stuff, sometimes the Grand Ole Opry can seem like it doesn't mean as much as it used to. But we've talked to several people, from Taylor Honeycutt to Jason Eady or whatever, that talked about how insane and like nervous they were, which they were on the Grand Ole Opry show.
I'm not to that point yet.
I understand. But still.
Even just being there.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same wood that Hank Williams stood on. I mean, that's just, to me, like, he's next to Merle Haggard, he's my ultimate country hero.
We're on the same page.
And I'm just
on that.
like, I mean, he's the reason why I learned how to sing the way I do. I wouldn't have even learned how to really sing country music like I do now if it wasn't for Hank Williams. I mean, it's just
a lot of sad songs.
I love them all.
We talked about that before,
all,
right?
Dude.
He was, I don't know if he was the starter of sad songs, but he sure did put out a bunch of them.
He sure did.
In a short amount of time.
Just like Hank 3 said, you know, the Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore.
But that's what, you know, I guess that's the point. It's like, you know, there is that perception, right?
Yep.
But
until you're there, it's hard. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It would be, just to take a tour or whatever would be crazy. And speaking of trouble, Rob Linus just rolled in. So.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So there goes the neighborhood.
Oh yeah. She's over there by the RTV.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on the other side of that RTV.
All right. We'll get into a couple rapid fires and get you out of here.
Okay.
When you guys are for whatever reason you have to step out of the original set list, the originals, what are some covers when you got to play a 3-hour gig at a club or whatever? What are some covers that you like to play? You know, not the Purple Rains and the Tennessee Whiskies, but the.
I would have to say my favorite song to play is Darius Rucker's "Virgin a Wagon Wheel."
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dude.
He's got dad jokes. He's band dad and dad jokes.
Yep, daddy at home, daddy in the band.
You know,
the
crazy part, I heard the Old Crow version of that the other day, and I didn't hate it as much because I hadn't heard it in a while.
Right.
Like a lot of bands have stopped doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to the radio. I don't know if it's played or not, but I hadn't heard it in a bit, and I'm like, I'm gonna catch I'm singing along. I'm like,
it's a good song. It just got ran into the ground, dude.
Yeah. I like it again.
Yeah.
But
especially Old Crow's version.
Yes, it's the same thing. Yeah, it just got run in the ground.
Well, one of my favorite songs to play, I just recently started learning how to play in open G tuning. We started playing "Ain't Much Left of Me" by Blackberry Smoke. I'm trying to learn. I'm not a very good slide player, but I can hit all the chords in all the right places and slide into things the way it needs to be played. And that song is it's so much fun to play. We do a little section in the middle where we break down into When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin and kind of bring in that style of things. Another one that's really fun to play is Crazy Little Thing Called Love. It's a Queen song.
Yep.
Dwight Yoakam redid it at a certain point in time. So it's kind of fun to take both of them and kind of figure out a melting pot between the two. Like, you know, Queen sang it in the key of D and Dwight sang it in the key of C. We do it in Queen's key, but then we kind of draw some of the like more faster upbeat stuff from the Dwight version, but we play like the same chords from Queen.
Gotcha.
And it's just a really fun song to play. And it's kind of got that rockabilly thing
draw
going
people
on.
in that, you know, after you play some originals, draw some, you know, draw the crowd back in. With
and we beat people down with originals too. I mean, my drummer's always like, you have to put 5 in a row. And I'm like, yeah, you know, sometimes I feel like it, you know. It's
I'm being hard-headed today.
Yeah, I'm as stubborn as can be.
Exactly.
You know, it's just I'm gonna do it my way, or you can just leave at this point. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, we're still playing bars, we're still playing honky tonks and stuff like that, and you got to play songs that people can drink to and get up and dance and sweat a little bit and go back to the bar. That way the bar can make some money and stuff like that and keep people entertained. And, you know, so we're still doing that stuff, but
Understand.
we have a fun time doing it, though.
Good deal.
We put our own spin on all the covers, so they don't sound like the originals.
You still sound like you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, again, we talked about finding your voice.
Yeah.
Even finding your sound on covers, it's not easy to do. It's easier just to hit the button and sound, you know, stomp those pedals and make it sound like Poison or whatever, you know, instead of sounding like you. So
it's like I'm trying to get people to know that, you know, we're putting our heart and soul into this. So.
All right. Well, we talked about being in the circle of the Grand Ole Opry, but not on the Grand Ole Opry. Bucket list venues in the state of Indiana.
In the state of Indiana.
Bucket list venues outside the state. Or if you played your bucket list.
Well, I mean, the Brown County Music Center, we played there one time. It's just an absolutely amazing venue. I think it was built in 2020 or 2019.
Okay.
So it's pretty new. It's just got all the bells and whistles.
Gotcha.
Another venue, though, in Indiana, I would love to play the Vogue up in Indianapolis. I've seen so many shows there, from Whitey Morgan to Margot Price to Alex Williams. You know, there's been so many good acts come through that place, and that would just be a dream come true. And then obviously, you know, I think this is probably everyone's bucket list venue. It'd probably be Red Rocks in Morris, Colorado, or the Ryman. I mean, those two are just
you can't
up
go
at the top of the list.
Definitely.
And I've been to Red Rocks as a patron, and it's just stunning just being there, you know, let alone being on stage. That's why I asked Taylor back there. I go, "How was Red Rocks?" And she goes, "It was amazing."
That was the only thing I messaged. Like, I know she's getting tons of messages and texts from people, but I'm like, just like document the hell out of it and try to, you know,
enjoy it,
because it's easy to keep your phone in your pocket because you want to soak it in, but also,
and then I'm guilty of that all the time, because I'm never like, well, I need to film this, or I need to take a picture of myself with so and so. It's like my phone's in my pocket.
But then
when
you're done, you're like, damn, I wish I would have got a picture with Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. And then you start getting that, you know, that voice in your head that's like, this could have been content.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, well, I ruin that chance every time. So
it's probably natural to do that. I do the same thing. I've been thinking about that all day. When I told you, I would like, part of me wants to be right in stage center and soak up all the music,
time,
and then the other part wants to, you know, do this podcast.
Catch
so
22.
You can't do both at the same time. So
way of the road, boys.
All right. So first concert you ever went to, that like parents took you to or whatever, and the second, and then the first concert that you paid and picked out.
Oh, good Lord. That's a hard question.
Okay.
My dad Steve, for those of you that know Steve, I mean, I've been going to concerts with him since I was little.
Right.
I mean, we saw Alan Jackson at the State Fair a long time ago, back when I was playing metal and punk rock, and I didn't want to have anything to do with country. I was like in 6th grade or something, you know, full of angst and just wanted to play fast drums all the time, you know.
So many artists have come from that world to as you get older, start to find the different, like, it's
there's
crazy.
A lot of similarities between the two. I always say not everything can be a metal song, or not everything can be a pop song, but every pop and metal song could be a country song. You know, that's what I love about country music. But I mean, me and my dad, we've seen Old Crow, we've seen Jamie Johnson, we've seen Dwight Yoakam, we've seen Kiss, Journey.
Do you remember one that when you, like, after you were grown, that you paid the money to go see by yourself?
Warped Tour back in the day. Used to love going to Warped Tour.
I understand.
I've been to a lot of club shows over the years, you know, back in my college days at the Bluebird in Bloomington. We actually saw Jamie Johnson in that venue. I mean, I couldn't tell you, honestly. I've been to so many concerts over the years. I love, that's one of me and my dad's favorite things to do with each other. So
good.
Yeah.
I make mine go with me, even sometimes when they don't know them. So, all right, last one. This is the most important question. It started off as a joke on episode 1.
All right.
Now as a requirement. Sometimes we figure out that there's kind of a line for this product, like somewhere. It's not the Mason-Dixon line, but there's somewhere up there. But we'll find out if it's. So, what is your favorite Little Debbie snack? So you are familiar with Little Debbie. So.
Well, I used to love Swiss cake rolls back in the day. I'm trying to remember which ones are Hostess and which ones are Little Debbie.
Yeah, that's good.
Are zebra cakes Little Debbie?
Yep.
Okay, I love zebra cakes, or the Christmas cakes, or whatever it is.
Yep.
Pretty much anything with fat and sugar, it's going down my gullet.
I understand. All right, man. Well, it was good to meet you.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on. Great to meet you, too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, cut, or whatever. Intern, turn it off.
Time. And I'm going to play you one of my songs here. It's called I Miss You. And this song goes out to anyone who's lost someone. It's been a week since I've seen you. To tell you the truth, it's been real hard. Between the cigarettes and the whiskey, and trying to get over my broken heart. I got no friends to call me, 'cause I burned every bridge I had. Well, ain't that just like me? 'Cause here I am all alone again. I'm all alone again. All I do is sit around waiting by the phone, just hoping that you'll call me, but I know you won't. But I've cried so many times that I think I'm all dried up, and then your memory comes back to me, and my eyes start to well up. I can't go on like this. Spread out pictures on the floor of you and I, 'cause it's the only thing I got to hold on to at night. And sometimes I can smile just because you'd want me to, but then I fall into the floor and I whisper I love you. I miss you.